Hello to all. My name is Aviation. I am the CEO of Jovian Space Systems. Today we have a rather special launch, the inaugural flight of Europa-9. Today we will be flying Europa-9 for the first time. This is after about 4 days ago when we flew Europa-5 for the final time. Today we are hoping things will go smoothly and we will deliver our test satellite for our Galileo constellation. On pad 3 in the Mahia Peninsula of New Zealand we have Europa-9 here. It's a clear day ahead of this very important launch in about 24 minutes. The Galileo constellation is our internet service constellation. We aim to have full coverage of the globe and other planets when we eventually get there. So we are launching our first test satellite for it today. T-minus 23 minutes here on the clock. We should have some few milestones from the mission controllers coming up soon. Coming up at T-minus 20 minutes, we have the initial go-no-go poll for launch, where the LD will check with all stations to see if they are ready to continue with the count. That will come at T-minus 20 minutes, and that will be the first of a couple go-no-go polls, with the last one at T-minus 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Today we're going to a 150 by 150 circular orbit, and the first stage will be attempting a boostback and a hard splashdown in the ocean.
This is LD. Initial go-no-go poll for launch. Range. Range is go. Propellant. Propellant is go. Propulsion. Propulsion is go. Copy. All stations have verified that we are going to continue with launch of Europa-9.
And there we just heard the go to continue with the count on Europa-9. No issues so far, but since this is the inaugural flight test, it is possible that we may have to hold. We have a 2-hour launch window, meaning that... Sorry, we have a 3-hour launch window, meaning if we needed to have... Apologies. If we had an issue, we could recycle the count back to any point. Right now we are targeting the start of the launch window, and everything is going smoothly so far. And there we just hit that T-minus 20 minute mark. The reasons why we have decided to switch to Europa-9 is because it brings a new era of reusability and payload capacity into the Jovian Space Systems fleet. If anybody has any questions, feel free to put them into the YouTube chat. I will do my best to answer them. The reason you can see venting there on the screen is because during the count, when we are fueling, we must keep the gases out of the tank, as if there was a spark, it could lead to a detonation. Or it can just overpressure the pressure vessels and the tanks, which is not good, as that could lead to a structural failure. So we vent the excess gas out to keep it within operating temperatures and pressures. Soon we will get a call out updating us on the tank levels. And then the nets will get very busy.
Tanks are 60% full. Fuel temperatures and pressures are good at this time.
There we just heard a good call out that the tanks are at 60% capacity and the temperatures and pressures are good, which is good for continuing the count. Coming up on the count at T-minus 15 minutes, we will have a update from the LD where all systems are tracking go for launch. And then at T-minus 14 minutes, we will have the arming of the warp. At T-minus 12 minutes and 30 seconds, the engines will be primed. Coming up soon, we'll get that update on the system, what the systems are tracking.
T-minus 15 minutes. All systems tracking go for launch.
There we go. That is good news there. We are tracking a go for launch in just under 16 minutes. The nets are about to get very busy. I am feeling very excited and nervous for this launch. We hope it will go well, but this is a completely new vehicle, so we based on our simulations, we think it will go well, but we can never know for certain. The booster will attempt a boostback and a hard landing in the Pacific Ocean. We have never attempted a landing, but only a boostback on
Your PV pressurization has started.
There we heard something about pressurization. That's coming up at T minus 12 minutes and 30 seconds. We will get the call out that the engines are primed. Europa-9 uses 9 Europa engines, or technically 10. 9 sea level on the first stage, with 1 vacuum on the second stage. We use the Europa Mark 3s, which is the third generation of our Europa engine. About a week ago, we did a static fire and a WDR, which went well on Europa-9. We are hoping the same can be said for
the engines have been primed for flight.
There we have the Europa engines have been primed. Getting closer to that count, and we are at T minus 12 minutes and 15 seconds.
Fuel rates are nominal. Initial FTS checkouts.
And there we are getting the FTS checkouts, so if anything were to go wrong, we could send a self-destruct command to the rocket, where some charges would blow it up, keeping the public safe.
Machia tracking station has a two-way link with Europa.
This week is going to be a busy week for Jovian Space Systems, because in a few days we have another inaugural launch, the inaugural launch of Thion, where just yesterday we did a static fire of it.
The Ader's initial alignment has started.
There we just heard ADA's initial alignment. ADA stands for the Air Data Relay Information System, where it can track the orientation and speed of the vehicle. It does take a bit to align, so that is why the alignment has just started. Now at T minus 10 minutes, things are getting closer to this first flight of Europa-9.
Europa sea level and Europa vac pogo bleed procedure RCS testing is underway.
There you just heard the RCS tests.
Power is at a nominal consumption rate.
There we just heard the power is at a nominal consumption rate. If we were drawing too much current, that could indicate there is a fault somewhere down. So it is nice to know that we are drawing as the current as expected. Coming out in 10 seconds here, we have that switch to internal power, where the
Checkouts for switch to internal power at T-minus 6 minutes.
Sorry, we have the checkouts for switch to internal power, where all the systems are preparing to switch to the internal power. This is because, obviously, when you launch, you can't get power from the ground anymore, you have to use your own. So that's why we do checkouts to make sure that transition happens smoothly.
Whether it's go for flight.
Weather is go for flight, meaning weather will not be an issue today, which is good. Speaking of weather, you may see those 4 towers around the launch pad. Those are in case lightning were to strike, they would be directed towards the tower instead of the rocket.
Europies are at flight temperatures, ready for ignition at 1.5 seconds. Recovery areas are go for booster return.
The recovery areas are go for booster return, meaning all the boats are now cleared out of the way.
These have been pressurized for flight.
The COPVs have now been pressurized for flight.
Vehicle is now on internal power.
The vehicle is on internal power, which is good news, meaning that switch went without a hiccup.
All systems are now on internal power. Consumption rates are within expected ranges.
Coming up soon, we'll hear the aiders is now aligned.
Aiders is now aligned.
That brings us to T-minus 5 minutes from the launch here. Propellant closeouts will start soon at around T-minus 3 minutes and 30 seconds.
Final fuel top off.
There we have final fuel top off as the tanks are just getting topped up ahead of this launch.
computers showing data within expected ranges. Ground gas closeouts have started.
Soon we will hear that call out that FTS is armed, so in case the rocket
FTS has been armed.
were to do something unexpected, we could send a command to it, or it could terminate itself if it did something unexpected and could endanger public safety.
Fuel has closed out. Top-off valve is closed. Vehicles now fully loaded with propellant.
In case it endangered public safety or deviated from its planned course.
Flight computers are communicating with ground computers. Automatic checkouts now underway.
I'm going to be quiet here as I will just get cut off because the nets get very busy here just ahead of the launch.
Lamps have disconnected. Strong back is retracting to 87.5 degrees pre-launch position.
And there you just saw that strong back retract. This is so it can move quickly away from the rocket at launch.
Final go, no-go poll. Range. Range is go. Propellant. Propellant is go. Propulsion. Propulsion is go. Copy. We are go for launch. Europa-9 is go for launch.
There we just had that final go, no go poll. And it was a gun.
Stage 1 and 2 tanks are pressurizing for flight. Engine sensors reading green. Go for ignition. RCS testing completed. Final range check is go.
There we are getting good callouts.
ETEP canisters are ready to ignite. Tanks are at flight temperatures and have pressurized for flight successfully. Europa-9 is in startup and is in terminal countdown. Flight computers have taken over count. Final verification has verified that we are go for launch. Flight data now logging. Ground gas closeouts complete. Europa engines are configured for flight. "15 seconds. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. Hold, hold, hold. This is LD. We believe we have found the issue. We are recycling back to T-minus 2 minutes and counting. On my mark, on hold to count. 3, 2, 1. Mark. T-minus 2 minutes.
And there we have a recycle. Not to worry though, T-minus 2 minutes. We
Sensors
should.
reading red, go for ignition, RCS testing complete.
We are continuing with the
Final
count.
range check is green.
Just recycled to T-minus 2 minutes there, nothing to worry about. We are still.
Now canisters are ready to ignite. Tanks are at flight temperatures and have been pressurized for flight. Europa-9 is in startup and is in terminal countdown. Flight computers have taken over count. Final verification has verified that we are go for launch. Flight data is now logging. Ground gas closeouts complete, T-minus 30 seconds. Europa engines are configured for flight. T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. We have liftoff of Europa-9. Go Europa-9, go Galileo.
And there we have it, liftoff of Europa-9 on its first flight.
Vehicle is pitching downrange, avionic power nominal.
Great views from the ground here as we are watching Europa-9 ascend for its very first time.
Europa engine propulsion is nominal. Thrust parameters within expected ranges. Europa-9 trajectory is nominal.
Great call-outs there as we continue with liftoff.
Vehicle is supersonic.
There, Europa-9 is supersonic as we travel up to stage separation.
Vehicle is passing through maximum aerodynamic pressure. Talent levels are nominal. MECO. State separation confirmed. We are on Europa vacuum engine ignition. Nominal stage 1 ascent burn. Stage 1 boostback burn startup. Stage 2 propulsion and trajectory is nominal.
Here we have the onboards of stage 2. I am just blown away by this launch.
Bridge fins have deployed. Stage 2 FTS has been saved. Stage 1 FTS has been saved. Bearing separation confirmed.
Everything appears to be going normally.
Seco. Nominal parking orbit insertion. Europa-9, welcome to orbit.
Tracking of the stage 1 here, as it is attempting a hard splashdown in the ocean today.
Both stages FTS has been saved.
FTS has been saved, meaning we cannot ignite it. And it looks like we're having some oscillations there on the stage 1. The teams will be looking into the data after this flight.
Stage 1 landing burn startup.
Oh, what happened there? The engines appear to not have stayed ignited. And it looks like we've lost all.
Stage 1 has had a hard splashdown in the ocean. Objective completed.
We will look over that data. There, but other than that, we believe. So what I thought happened during that was we had a startup of the landing burn, but then for some reason it shut down, and we are going to look over the data to try and prevent that on our next flight. Remember, anything after stage separation is a bonus for us, as we are just looking for the data to eventually make return to launch site and drone ship landings to save costs. We will be returning. We will be entering a coast phase. Oh, no, we won't actually. We are nearly at apogee of 150 kilometers, where that engine will ignite again, circularizing our orbit.
Propellant levels are at 15% for stage 2. This is LD. We are go for SES 2.
Coming up soon will be ES2, where the second stage will ignite its engine again, circularizing the orbit. And there it is, of course, the engine becoming red because it is hot.
Mm-hmm. Second engine shutdown.
And then we have shutdown. And here is our payload view, waiting for LD to confirm he is ready.
We are go for payload deploy. Command has been sent. We are go for payload deploy. Command has been sent. Galileo deploy confirmed into a nominal orbit.
And I believe we'll be getting confirmation whether we are going to do a deorbit burn.
We are go for deorbit burn. Deorbit burn startup. Deorbit burn shutdown. Nominal deorbit burn confirmed. With that, Europa-9, welcome to service.
We thank you all so much for watching this webcast. Teams will look over the data to improve our next flight of Europa-9. Stay tuned to our social medias where we will announce it. But until then, my name is Aviation. I'm the CEO of Jovian Space Systems, and we thank you all for watching.